Hey, welcome back to Casks-n-Que, Whiskey and Barbecue Meat. I'm your host, Justin Lloyd, and today we're going to be doing a rack of lamb. So be sure and stick around, this is going to be great. Okay, so what we have here is a French cut lamb rack. Just picked this up at Costco. So we're just going to get this guy open and do a little bit of trimming on the bones. Okay, so as you can see, the bones can be Frenched a little more. Basically, that's where you just scrape off the fat with a knife. I'll probably make a little slice down through there and square it off, and then just scrape the rest of that stuff off. It's got some silver skin, so we'll want to get our knife underneath that and peel it back and remove that so that we can get more flavor and then we're not, chewing some sinew or whatever you want to call it. There is a membrane. I've seen people remove that, and some people don't. All right, so we're going to start with the silver skin and get that stuff removed. Just get our knife under there. Try not to take any of the meat. So lamb isn't really something that you see a lot of on the menus around my part of the United States. I'm in Arkansas. We're mostly pork and beef and chicken. So that kind of just peels right off of there. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to on like a pork loin or something where you have to fight it a little bit more. So let's get that taken out. Seems to be a little bit of a line that runs through there. And we'll get that removed. And lamb can be kind of polarizing. Like some people really just say that they don't like it, but times I've had it, I've really liked it. I think probably, I hope I'm not butchering this too much. I think probably a lot of that has to do with how it's prepared. I've heard people say, oh, I don't like duck or venison or, any type of wild game because it's too, quote unquote gamey. Yeah, I dug into that a little bit. That's all right. A lot of that just comes into, it's preparation. Okay, I'm not going to dig much further than that. That's just getting too far down into the meat. Like I say, I've never done a rack of lamb. This is my first time, so go easy on me here. I think that is okay. Let's just continue with that silver skin right there. It always helps to have a sharp knife when you're doing this kind of stuff. I haven't sharpened mine in a week or two, so it's due. So I think we'll try to turn this to the side and get that knife under there. Maybe I can get a better angle. Okay, that looks much better. And then on this side, it's nice because the flies seem to have backed off. It's a little cooler today. Fall seems like it's starting to settle in, and I like that. These flies are brutal. Okay, there's a little piece right there. Let's see if we can remove that. I don't want to trim too much on this thing, but it seems to be a lot of silver skin. Silver skin does not render, and it's chewy, and I don't want to eat that stuff. I think it's probably good. So this, some hard fat right there. I think I'm going to leave that maybe. See if we can French these bones a little bit better, at least get some of the fat off of there. To me, it needs to be a little cleaner. Like that. So I'm just coming down between each bone. sure there's a better way to do this. Let me know in the comments below. I didn't research this out too well, just kind of bought it and rolled with it. And I'm doing what I think would be the easiest, but I'm sure some of you folks, and if anybody watches that far away, like New Zealand or something like that, if you could drop me a line and give me some suggestions on this, then I'm more than willing to listen. You can always learn something on YouTube. Okay, so I'm just gonna score that fat right there and kind of scrape. There's a chunk right there I can get off. It's a little more difficult than I expected. Kind of reminds me of venison whenever, like if you have a back strap, and that silver skin is on it. Kind of pulls like that stuff does. It's a little bit different. It's really tender. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Okay, I decided not to remove the membrane. I'm not quite experienced enough at a rack of lamb to attempt that. And for such a little cut of meat, this is like 20, I don't know, $22 or $23, something like that. Kind of expensive, so. All right, today we are, I saw this on Facebook, this Frag Out rub, Chemops. It's like a charcoal rub. Never tried this before. So I saw it on Facebook as, you know, one of those Facebook ads. I was like, yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot. So it's supposed to be really savory, which seems like it would go good with lamb. I've seen some, you know, herb, like chimichurri rubs and stuff like that, which I think we're gonna do that at the end. So right now we're just gonna hit with this rub and let it sit for a little bit, and then we'll throw it on the smoker. Windy out here today, like I said earlier. So yeah, it looks like charcoal. Interesting. My dogs are going crazy. I hit both sides. We got the Kamado up to about 260 degrees. We're running lump charcoal and some cherry wood. So go ahead and get this rack on here and let it go till it reaches the internal temperature of about 130, and then we're gonna sear it to finish it off. Always clean your grates, folks. Always clean your grates. All right, folks, this rack of lamb is about 135 degrees. It's really pretty. It's got good color on it. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm trying to zoom in there where you can kind of see it. Just give you a little tour of the rack. You got some fat that's kind of coming out. Really good color. I'm pleased with it. So I'm going to crank this thing up and get a good sear on it and finish it off with some Lowry's herb and garlic sauce. Be right back. Okay, so we're just going to take this guy off and wrap it in some butcher paper, and we're going to hit it with that herb and garlic sauce here in just a little bit. In the meantime, we're going to fire up the blaze, open the vents all the way, and get it as high as we can, or get it as hot as we can. All right, folks, we're sitting at about 500 and, I don't know, let's see, 50, 60, 70, about 575, 580. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that rack of lamb that I have wrapped in butcher paper onto this guy and sear the heck out of it and get some sauce on there and see what we got. Be right back. All right, so that rack of lamb's been sitting there wrapped in the butcher paper for maybe 15 minutes or so. So we're gonna get it transferred over to the grill. All right, we're gonna start with meat side down. Get a good sear on it. Oh man, I wish I could smell this. The cherry wood combined with the lamb fat hitting those really hot grates. It smells awesome. Oh yeah. I think this is gonna turn out pretty nice. All right, I got a bunch of wild kids over here, so I apologize for the background noise. I think these guys are seared and ready to pull. Yeah, that looks good to me. Let's get these guys off the grill. Whoops. Okay, that's what we're working with right there. Hey, it turned out, looks pretty good, good crust. So we're gonna let that rest for just a little bit and then we'll slice into it and see what we got. Be right back. I didn't record. Well, I forgot to record something, but I drizzled with, I went ahead and put some Lowry's herb and garlic with lemon juice marinade on there. That's kind of what we're working with there. I'm hoping that'll take some of the gaminess out and provide just an extra layer of flavor. We'll slice into it in just a little bit. Damn flies. Okay, so my battery went down and I had to replace it, or well, charge it again. So here's what we got. It looks pretty good to me. Haven't tried it yet. Good crust on the outside. I pulled it 135 and seared the heck out of it. So let's see what we got. Yeah, really good clean bite. No gaminess at all. Good smoke flavor from the cherry and the hardwood lump charcoal. Go away, fly. So I'm really happy with this. Let's try it with some sauce. This is that herb that, oh gosh, what is it? Lowry's herb and garlic sauce. Just put some here on the end of that rib. Okay, everybody, I'm trying to keep the kids in the background out of the shot. They're embarrassed. So make this, go get you a rack of lamb, smoke it till it's about 130 or so, 135. Let it rest for a little bit, get your grill up to temp, sear the heck out of it, get a good crust, and the sauce is optional. I think it's delicious without it. So it's just another additional layer of flavor, really. Again, in this part of the United States, lamb isn't real common, but if you have a Costco or a Sam's or something like that, then go see if they have a rack. So if you like what we're doing here at Casks-n-Que, be sure and like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. And smash the bell, because that'll give you a notification whenever we upload a new video. So thanks for stopping by Casks-n-Que, where whiskey and barbecue meet. We'll see you next time.